Let's do it. Hold on. Here we go.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist. Here we go. Yep, shout out to Armslist. Did I tell you that Jonathan from Armslist is making his own A-Team van? I don't know if I told you about that or not. Yeah, he's got an A-Team van he's working on. So he wants to do a video where, guess who I'm gonna be?
B.A. Baracus.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. T.
Yeah, I told him I need some fake gold chains. All
Big
right, let's see. Yeah. All right, so we are rolling out to the people out there. Let's do the jazz hands. Come on, get those jazz hands going. Here we go. We are live. I hope you guys and girls have your big girl panties on. Yes, that's, big girl panties goes for either one of the two genders that you want to apply it to. It's up to you. I know we all here right now wearing our big girls. This is episode 1067 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. I'm calling it Ye Old Bait and Switch. It's Free for All Monday. We've got Babyface P joining us, looking confused as to my title.
No, I'm just zooming in on myself.
Oh, there you go. And then Walter Keller from Safety Harbor Firearms.
I am confused.
Yes. You know what? I think the bait and switch can refer to a bunch of things. Honestly, it's Monday. What's up? Did you hear that, Walt?
What?
Is anybody going to read?
Look at. Can you see Patrick? So right now, for the listeners, Patrick is wearing an all-black shirt.
Stem parts.
With stemparts.com printed on it. Oh.
I got my Iraq veteran collectible 23 shirt.
That looks really good, though. I like that shirt. You know what is funny? I was wearing an IV 88 shirt this morning before I took a shower.
Well,
I got a few of them.
This is shirt number 4 for me today. So.
Oh, mine go way back.
No, Walter, I had to take a shower in the middle of the day because I was disgusting.
First hour I was at the shop, I was wet because I was doing this, I was doing that. We got a guy that's in the shop doing some drywall work, and finally,
Walter getting wet early.
Oh, well,
yes.
Yeah.
And not in a good way. No.
I go to see my significant other over in her air conditioning. She goes,
oh,
you take
Lord.
a shower? You take a shower?
It must be not. Yeah. So yeah, you guys have no AC over there, right?
Well, in front where I sit, my computer is there.
You got a little, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then there's in the assembly area there's air conditioning, but out in the main area, no. Yeah, it's air conditioned au natural in other words, by nature. F and muggy and
yes. Yeah. It's rough in Florida right now. Rough.
Patrick? How's your AC unit working in the garage?
It's like heaven. It is absolute heaven. The only downside is when I have somebody come over or Marley leaves or something like that. All of it right out the door.
That's what the other day you didn't want to open the garage door.
No, because my AC felt great in there. I didn't want to go it all out.
Yeah, I was outside like blaring my Cybertruck horn on him, and he was so
I'm not
bad.
Opening that door, it felt wonderful. Oh my god. It felt fantastic in there.
What is that sound? Why are you making that sound, Walt?
Is that what your Cybertruck sounds like?
No.
It does goofy sounds, yes.
No. No. It sounds like a little bit like an air horn, but a digitized air horn. It goes like something like that.
It is digitized. What do you mean?
Yeah, technically. Shout out to Shooting Gallery Annie. He's out there. I see him. And it looks like we've got some people in here. Come on, people, hit those thumbs ups. Help get us some attention on the Rumbles.
Hit those buttons.
Sometimes I feel like we're the only ones over here on the Rumble. Sometimes, but we got people joining us, hanging out with
I
us.
was looking at something of Dark's popped up. One of his shows, he had 50,000 views.
Whoa!
Ah, dang.
Because he's a sexy beast. Dark. But you know what? He's not that sexy. He's not this sexy. Look at that. He a sexy man. But,
this PMAC.
This started early.
This is the most famous PMAC to ever grace the screens.
This is we have too many inside jokes. It's ridiculous. So for people who don't know, Babyface P, or actually it was Jack, right? Jack.
Yeah.
Yes, a friend of mine found those in St. Augustine.
Yeah, you guys will see that in a video we have coming up that we can't talk about. But yeah, so through
Slab side is the only love. Slab side.
Through one of Babyface P's connection, he found, I guess, a Gen 1
Gen 1 PMAC.
Yeah. And Dark now must have it. But I call dibs, and I refuse to let go of my dibs until some money is sent my way. I'm not.
You paid nothing for that. Don't you dare.
Oh.
Wait a second.
Nothing.
I swear Lola gave you money.
Oh, she did, but not what it's worth.
Oh.
I gave you a steal of a deal, so don't you get all crazy.
I also took you to lunch. Got to get some respect.
You did that, okay, so I got my money's worth out of that.
Yeah.
How was the lunch?
It was good. Yeah, it was good.
Just
you go to the place we went where the...
No, we went back into town to
the Lighthouse, I think.
It's a little fish place in one of the springs.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't go into Cedar Key then?
No. We went back out,
okay.
back towards where we belong.
Okay.
Yeah.
We went to Wendy's.
Wendy's? Oh, okay.
It's not a bad thing.
So
I could have. I ate what I had. I had a Baconator, Junior Baconator, and a chili. And I'm looking at everybody else's food, going, man, I could get some
delicious.
Yeah, that's not enough food.
So if you don't realize it, the three of us were shooting this weekend. One, we made a video that we can't really talk about, but we will discuss next week. And then obviously Walter was at his dad's location, right? That's what we're calling it.
I call it
Walter Keller Senior.
Camp Keller. I call it Camp
Keller.
Keller.
Camp Keller. Yeah.
Or the clandestine testing facility.
Yes.
Yeah, we were all out there. By the way, is Mike okay? Because the last time I saw him, I was like, oh boy.
He ran out. He's a tea drinker. He drinks tea, and he ran out of tea, and he just ran out of steam. Boom. So.
What do you mean? Like he drinks like iced tea, like sweet tea?
No, not ice. He doesn't drink it with no ice. Just just tea. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think is it sweet tea? I don't know. I'm not a tea drinker myself. I don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Mike was talking to us, and then next thing I know, he was in the car.
He didn't get much sleep the night before either. So
okay, that's what I figured.
And probably didn't eat enough either. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Babyface was trying to take care of him, give him some water.
I thought he was a little dehydrated, personally. Yeah. I didn't think he was drinking enough water.
Once we got the AC going, he waked back up. And,
he was good to go.
Yeah, I was telling Lola I should have put him in the Cybertruck and just turned all the AC and all that stuff on, because he was looking out of it.
No, every time we go up, if it's just me and him up there, if I'm like cutting the grass or something like that, he's in the truck with his eyes closed.
Yeah. You got to catch up. Got to catch up on this. It was rough out there. It was
horribly hot.
Yeah. I think we got a little bit lucky because it was raining a little. It was like drizzling a little bit. But
there was some clouds in the sky a little bit. That's what helped.
So
it did rain up there after we were gone, though. Rain up there. So.
It stormed.
Poured.
Let me tell you, it stormed so hard on the way back, I couldn't see the hood of my car for like 30 minutes. It was insane.
Going down 19, I think we went to two of those cow pissing on a flat rock kind of rains, and then when we got home, it had already rained in the Safety Harbor in the afternoon. So
yeah. When Patrick and I Patrick, myself, Lola, and Chromie were driving out to the restaurant, it was raining, but then it just kept raining. Let's see. By the way, like I said, if anyone wants to shout out, let me know. Please hit those thumbs ups here in Rumble. We need it for the algorithm. Primitive Hunter 18 says, I'm back, fellas. Had to fight with Rumble to get my account up and running again. Oh, Rumble cuts people off? I don't really. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll see. I don't know what's the deal with that. We'll find out. Let me show this. Hold on. Let me see
And
if I
then we'll
can
talk
show
about
that.
what came in the mail.
Boom!
Oh,
Look at that.
Oh, look at that! Holy
Look at
cow!
that. Look at that. You like this one?
That's a whole nother program kind of thing, isn't
Well,
it?
so by the way, I was going to ask Patrick to check on this. Bing image generator or whatever is not working right. I could not get it to do anything.
I haven't tried it in a while.
Yeah, so you try it. I couldn't get much out of it.
That has a completely different look than the other stuff here.
Well, I told it to do anime style. So this is kind of anime style.
Kind of anime-y.
Yeah. So, by the way, there's the eagle right there. Just two eagles. One wearing a crown.
That's my woman up there flying.
Yeah.
That's my woman up there.
Yeah, there you go. This is like a very good-looking version of me in the anime world.
Look at all that hair, man.
Yeah. Sometimes my hair is crazy like that, actually. It's pretty crazy.
That beard ain't like you, though. Come on, man.
No.
You got a Kevin Dixie beard there.
Yeah, it's not the beard. The beard is definitely AI, and there's Babyface right there. So there you go. Which, by the way, we didn't explain. So the old bait and switch. There's multiple things happening. I feel is like bait and switch. One, I feel the big beautiful bill. For us as gun guys. Outside of being a gun guy, I don't even approve of the big beautiful bill. But as a gun guy, we were bait and switched when it came to this whole thing, taking suppressors and short barrel rifles off the NFA. I feel like that was a little bit of a bait and switch. We got the $200. Yeah, we got the $200 reduced to $0, but it's still registered because it's still on the NFA.
Yeah, Yeah. That lawsuit that they filed?
A GOA, I think, filed one, but there's going to be other lawsuits, right?
Yeah, well, there's a group of people that have gotten together and filed this lawsuit.
Yeah.
But that's hard to argue that point.
The logic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to argue against it, you mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, because it is
you can't have a tax without generating revenue.
Yeah. So, Pam Bondi could just say, okay, no problem.
Me no a fan of Pam Pam Bondi. Also, go ahead, Walt.
She'll do what she's told.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. You gotta
hope that who's telling her is doing good.
So the other bait and switch thing, before I go to the other thing, I did see Eric Pratt of GOA put out a statement. I don't know if you guys saw that. I saw the statement. I saw it on X. But GOA put out a statement about their lawsuit and different things going on, which I thought was interesting. I noticed Eric Pratt is all buff now. He's getting like,
who that is.
He's getting like super. He's the vice president of GOA, Eric Pratt.
I can't. I don't know the face to go.
Oh, you don't know what he looks like? Oh, okay. Maybe I'll go find that.
He's a front man for GOA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the
old guy.
What age? Do you know what age he is? Yeah, it's probably Walter's age, I think.
I have a friend that when I see Eric Pratt, I see my friend Mike that I was childhood buddies with, and he kind of looks like him. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah. So here, let me see if I could show this. Oh, hold on. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. First of all, let me take this off. All right. Let's see if we can go here. So this is kind of, if you want to see what he looks, what is happening to the video? Here we go.
There he is, right there.
Yeah, there's Eric.
Yeah, he's an older gentleman.
Yeah. He's getting buff. I need to get back into my buffness. I need like a workout buddy or something. So, you guys live too far away. You guys live too far away. But anyway, I saw his thing. He put up a pretty good video talking about all of this. But yeah, I feel like that was a bait and switch. They had us going the whole way. They refused to fire the stupid parliamentarian chick. Don't know what the hell's going on there.
But in the big beautiful bill, some other people there was fuckery also with other groups of people and other things.
Yeah.
Not just the Second Amendment folks, but there was other things going on too. Yeah.
I think in the end, you know, we would have been better without it. It's interesting that it caused this whole thing between Trump and Musk. And in some ways, I agree with what Musk is saying. You know, shit is getting deeper with those two dudes.
I don't think our thing had anything to do with that thing, but
Well, there's things in the big
well,
beautiful bill
the
that
other things in the
Musk,
beautiful
yeah,
bill, you
yeah,
know, that affected Musk
yeah.
directly.
I don't think Musk was. Yeah, I don't think I agree with you. I don't think Musk was worrying too much about the gun stuff that we were worried about. But you know, he's kicking off his whole party.
I think he's worried about the spending.
Yeah, he's worried about the spending. Like Trump keeps saying because Trump pulled the incentives for electric cars. I don't think that Musk really cares about that.
I think it happened a little too soon for his liking.
Possibly. Maybe, but the winner in so when they pull these incentives from electric cars, all the other car companies are going to suffer. The winner out of that's going to be Tesla in the end. Because they make the cars they have the most meat in there that they could cut and save money for people or do whatever they want to do. They make cars the most efficiently in terms of their production process and all of that. So I think, and their cars are better. So,
you know, the strong will survive and the weak will go to the side. So
most of the car companies out there,
I'm a living example of that.
What?
I mean, they've came and they've gone doing what I do, and I'm still here.
Oh, you're talking about in the gun world, like
the
who we
50
talking
caliber
about?
upper thing. There's been there's wonders and ship blunders. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. They all gone. I still here.
Yeah. The other bait and switch thing, in whatever time we have left over here, I need to check and see what people are talking about in the chat. The other bait and switch thing is this whole thing with Epstein. Did you guys? Where all the MAGA people. No, all the MAGA people are pissed off because between Kash Patel and Pam Bondi, they're saying there was no client list. Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yep, and they released some stupid video.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's like, nothing here, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, guys.
Yeah. And,
yeah.
It erodes confidence quickly.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this: do you guys believe what they're saying, that there is no there? I'm with you guys. So in other words, these guys are shaking their heads. No one believes there's bullshit. There's something there.
It's way past the point of there's nothing there. No,
it's too deep. I mean, what happened? Yeah, go ahead.
Why would the what's her fame, who's still alive in jail?
Why
would she say she's going to drop a list?
Yeah, why is she still in jail if there was nothing there? What about Prince Edward? Was it Prince Edward?
No, it's Philip. I think
Prince Philip. Yeah, why would Prince Philip dude be kicking out all this money?
He got Cosby.
Yeah, but what happened to everybody else that we know was going out to the island and flying out there and all that kind of stuff?
He was an easy one to kick around because they could. You know, he's been the only focus of that whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, what's his face? Bill Clinton has skipped. However long Bill Clinton is for this world, he's gotten away with it. Yeah,
Billy Bob has gotten. He'll get his when he goes down there and meets.
Oh, you mean he's going to be getting pineapple enemas like in?
Like Hitler.
Yeah, like Hitler. Yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of the MAGA dudes are pissed. I was looking at it today. A lot of people are pissed about this. Yeah.
You know, when reality starts to set in, that you've had this false God, and that God ain't God.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Well, elaborate.
Well, you know, some of these people are so full of Trump that they can't see anything else besides the wonderful majestic.
You mean they forgot that Trump said, "Who gives a shit about due process"? They forgot about that.
You know, and so once that starts to hit you, it's kind of like this whole thing.
Trump made what was on the end of this thing disappear. Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Well,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. The whole brace thing and all that stuff, and the Las Vegas shooting, that lie, that whole big lie. Mm-hmm. But once reality sets in, you get mad. you get upset, you get mad, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. So the big argument, and we got like 30-something seconds. The big argument in all this is who are we going to vote for? There's no way in hell I was voting for Kamala Harris. Biden's fucking a zombie. Even though Biden recently was saying that he's still negotiating with foreign leaders. Did you guys see that?
That's illegal, by the way. Remember, Trump already told Obama that he's going to prosecute him if he doesn't shut up.
There's so much crazy shit going on in the world, and everyone's surprised. But this is what you get out of a revenge vote. Basically, this is how it goes down.
Well, I mean,
exactly how it's going down now. We got 5 seconds.
Yeah.
We'll get more deep. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. Yeah. All right. So, yes. Go ahead, Walt. Go ahead.
No, I mean, once again, it's like you idolize somebody, and then all of a sudden you find out your idol is just not what you thought it was. It's hard to bite that bullet or accept that fact that you effed up. and I think some of these MAGA people are going to finally come around and go, "Oh, we've been duped."
Yeah. I think some people are realizing like Trump is acting like a king in some ways. I mean, I'm not surprised by that.
He acts like a kid.
Yes, yeah, I would agree with that too.
A king would pick his thing and go, "All right, fuck you, I'm getting you, you're done." Mm-hmm. Now he's like up and down, left and right, over here, over there. Well, you don't know what he's going to do next. I mean,
I've come over to your side on the whole Ukraine thing. We need to just
kick some fucking
somebody
ass.
Need to send, like, they need to get the mother of all ass missiles sent to Putin.
We have them.
I don't know what the hell is happening.
Have to. I've had this discussion with a couple other people. You got this job in it. You get this fight going, and you got the guy on the ropes, and you're punching him. All of a sudden, let's let him catch his breath. I'll punch a little bit more. Let him catch his breath. Just go in and fucking knock his eyeballs out of his head, and then once the economy collapses over there in Russia, then sort things out.
The economy's going to collapse in a lot of more places than Russia.
They 95% collapsed already. So
yeah, I'm just saying, a lot of places.
Putin is one by one. People are flying out of windows over there again. So
yeah. Well, he's probably super paranoid at this point of what's.
You think?
Yeah.
And Z in China, you heard the shit about Z in China, right?
Mm-mm.
You haven't followed that? Supposedly he had one stroke already.
Oh yeah,
saying he's had another stroke.
That's fantastic news.
No, I didn't. I wasn't following that.
The forces to be in the military are. Maybe it's
jockeying to see who's going to take
it. Maybe it's time for Mr. Z to part ways with us.
I say it's time for Jackie Chan to run China.
Jackie Chan's a fucking asshole. And let me explain to you why.
Go for it.
He tried to. This is fact now. That's enough. He tried to join the Communist Party over there.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. We talked about this before.
And the communists told him, "F you."
No, he was down with not Xi. He was down with who's the other? There was I can't remember the guy's name, but Jackie Chan was down with the previous communists. And he was down with those guys, and then it flipped to this band of communists, and then they started seizing his shit and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's a good. That's what I don't like about it. How's he made all his money? Tell me how.
Capitalism.
From movies.
Capitalism.
Right the fuck in the USA, bitch. And
he made a lot of money in America. But he was a big star in China and stuff like that.
Capitalism. Capitalism got him famous.
For sure. 100%.
Now you're gonna go Chi-Com just to get in with your buddies over there. No, fuck that. No,
I don't I guess This is one of the things about communism, right? Like, if you're locked into this, it's not like you can go. Okay, so if we look at actors from England, let's say, a lot of them wind up being Americans for some reason, right? Even though they're still socialists, they come over here to America. Yeah, because the British taxes are real. But if you're in China, it's not so easy to go, oh, I'm going to leave China and I live in Hollywood now, and then I'm going to take all my money over there. They really have, they got it locked.
Getting your money out.
Yeah, you can't get your money out that easy.
Is easy. You know, we'll let you. We let damn near anybody in here.
Yeah.
I just heard, anybody who supported the COVID shot thing, and anybody that's like doing that kind of communist shit, I don't care if they're rock stars. I don't care what kind of stars they're fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. A lot of bad shit. A lot of bad shit going on. A lot of bad shit going on there. Anyways. But yeah. So anyway, there's lots of bait and switches for people. It's like. Yeah, I think kind of like a wake up for people of what's going on. In the end, I wasn't going to vote for Kamala Harris.
Oh, no.
Biden's fucking... We were talking about this. Biden is out there saying that he's talking to world leaders and negotiating shit, and...
He ain't doing... He ain't had his medicine. That's why he's saying that.
Yeah, he's batshit crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and speaking... When the Dems start screaming about kings, I don't believe Kamala Harris won any primaries to be the candidate.
Oh, interesting.
She was appointed. She was anointed.
Damn it, I wish. Yeah.
That's what kings and queens do.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we don't have any guillotines over here yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Kamala Harris is still mad. I don't know who's the craziest. Who's the craziest between Kamala Harris and Biden? One has dementia. The other one is demented.
Crazy.
Yeah. She's so stupid. She doesn't know when to keep her mouth shut.
Yeah.
Like about California and all that stuff. Yeah. It's like, haven't you figured out that people hate your guts?
No. Somehow she has not figured that out.
No, she's still getting both of them are still getting a lot of love from Hollywood. So when will they figure that out?
Yeah, but that's all fake. Never. That's all about the shekel, my friend. The Hollywood's all about the shekel.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Once you fall out of favor with the shekel generators.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? So I was looking, there was a news article that came out not too long ago, talking about how most of this big business making these fallout shelters and
and the Hollywooders are buying them all up.
No, they were saying, so this was on CNBC, so obviously they were saying it's all the conservatives and Christians buying the fallout shelters and fortifying, hardening their homes, kind of a thing. Well, I think we've got a lot of people on the other side now because they're not moving out of the country. So
the lefties?
Yeah, I think the lefties are going to start doing that same thing now. I don't have a fallout shelter or anything like that. I mean,
more than a fallout shelter, you need to have a place for a damn hurricane or a tornado or something.
Yeah, I got a place for a hurricane right here in my house.
Are you serious?
Where am I going in the hurricane?
Well, I mean, you're not going anywhere, but you're in a manufactured home, man. They fly off
that's a horrible idea.
Where am I going? I'm gonna go to the stadium. No, listen. So when we lived in West Palm Beach,
I'd go and park my car someplace in the woods before I go to a shelter. Because let me tell you what, folks, once you get in a shelter in Florida, they lock the doors, and you don't let you out until they say it's safe.
And also they limit what you could bring in there with you. So the thing is, like when we were in Palm Beach, we went through, I think we got hit by 2 or 3 direct Category 5s in our house, but our house was all brick and all that kind of stuff, and you could put the steel shutters on it and all that. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I am going to find some place to live. I didn't want to move out of Florida. I was like, I'm going to find some place that is not at sea level.
Of course. That's
and someplace in the middle of Florida, so by the time a hurricane gets there,
so those people on the coast can be the buffer.
Yeah, exactly.
They can be the breakwater.
Yeah, so that's how we wound up here. And for sure, I do live in a mobile home, but it's got, remember I told you it's got those big concrete pads. The thing that's going to get you is the tornadoes, which you could get anywhere. You can get anywhere.
And for that,
sinkholes. Sinkholes will get your ass, too.
Oh, I don't worry about that too much. But you very easily could have yourself a place in the ground where you could get into if there was actually a tornado coming your way. That's pretty easy to do. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that could be actually could be a nuke thing too.
Yeah, we could get some. We could get what are those? We can get some shipping containers and bury them.
That's not
Technically-
shipping containers. Shipping containers don't bury.
No,
Radon. Give yourself some radon poisoning.
They're not strong enough to be buried.
no. So what's the cheap man's? What's the Florida man's version of a quick
You
apocalypse
could just
shelter?
bury some big concrete pipe and just crawl into it, or we just sit down in it. I mean, there's things to do. You see, like big septic tank type cement things they put in the ground.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That there's people making those. What about school buses? I've seen dudes doing school buses.
Oh.
A school bus cannot be as strong as a shipping container. I mean, shipping
like-
containers stack on each other at least.
But they stack on the structural corners of the
Right.
Not on right,
Yeah.
right. That's a fallacy. They're not. It's not something you can't bury them as they are.
What if you fortify it? Can you fortify a shipping container?
You could probably weld bands around it to strengthen it.
Yeah.
But
What I-
how much,
what I-
how,
what I
how
say
long,
is-
how long are you planning to stay underground? Do you need to,
How long do you think I'm gonna last underground with Lola before I get strangled?
about 5 minutes before you all kill each other?
At best.
I'm just gonna write out whatever happens. If I survive it, okay, here we go. Now we here.
I mean,
Yeah.
the nuke thing is different, but a storm, I mean, you're in there 10, 15 minutes and you're out.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm. Yeah, I don't know. Are you guys worried about a nuke? I'm not worried about a nuke.
No, I'm not. Well, you don't live near MacDill Air Force Base either, do you?
Oh well, yeah.
People live in Tampa and people live in my neighborhood in Tampa Bay. MacDill is a number one target.
I'm pretty sure if Florida gets hit with any nukes, everybody's gonna suffer.
No. Well, fallout wise,
Yeah, you get some fallout. You'll get the ash.
You don't. Live
you
near
get all of that.
There's no targets up by you, so
Yeah.
you have no major airports. You have no military bases. You have nothing up by where you're at.
Can you imagine the world trying to take out Florida? I'm trying to remember. There was it Star Trek? It was one of those sci-fi shows I was looking at, or a spin-off of one of those sci-fi shows, where maybe Deep Space Nine or something, where in the storyline, Florida gets taken out. Oh wait, was that?
Happening. Ain't no
No,
way.
that's the movie. One of the Star Trek movies where they burn this trench right down through the middle of Florida.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was something where Florida got taken out.
And
Yeah.
one of the characters' sister was in it, and she got killed, and thousands of people got killed.
Yeah.
And all this stuff.
Yeah.
Becky
Everybody,
can probably tell me.
everyone's always waiting on the downfall of Florida. I think Florida will be here way after, and Florida man will still be. Florida man will repopulate the earth. Yes, there's gonna be a. Yeah.
Woman, come here, woman.
Anyway, let me do some shout outs to who's out there. I see Hot Dog 990 is out there. He says good evening to everyone. Yeah, Mr. Bullshitter is out there.
Primitive Hunter.
Yeah. Dreaming of who?
Primitive Hunter 18.
Oh, Primitive Hunter. Yep. I thought you said Dreaming of Hunter. Yeah. All right.
Primitive Hunter.
Primitive. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I don't really. So I think the small emergencies are the things that are more likely to happen, like a hurricane.
Always.
Yeah, which we're in hurricane season.
Yes, we are.
Hurricane. Some dude driving into the
fire.
power pole. Fires.
Yeah, it happens all the
Wild-
time.
wildfire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
That kind of bothered me up at the Cedar Key place, because if the woods catch fire, and you like it might. Well, I had that trailer there. If I wasn't there and the woods caught fire, boom, it's gone.
Yeah, but I think Florida is too wet for that. We've had fires in Florida, I know for sure. But don't you think Florida is a little bit too wet for a fire? Like how it spreads through, let's say, California, that's very arid and dry.
1998, I believe, when we had a real bad fire season.
Yeah, but was it? So were we in a drought here in Florida at that time?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, we could get that.
Not as in. We don't have San Andreas winds and all that stuff. We don't have all that stuff going on where it turns into a firestorm. But
Does Florida do control burns?
We
yes,
do.
they do.
Lots of them.
Yeah, yeah. So
Lots and lots and lots. We're good about it, actually. We take care of our forestry service.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let us know if you're in the chat. What apocalypse do you think will happen to Florida that will take out? So in other words, remember those books we used to talk about from Angry American, where it was like an EMP on the planet, and
Not
they're
happening,
based in Florida.
If we go at it with China, that's the first thing they'll do.
Do you think they'll nuke
Nuke
Florida?
them?
Oh, they'll do an EMP. They won't nuke Florida. They'll do it up in the atmosphere. Shut all the they'll power down, shut your cell phones off, shut everything off.
That's our infrastructure is pretty limited. It feels like it could be easily exploited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think when things go down, it's pretty obvious that. But Florida gets hit with the hurricanes and all that all the time. So relatively, people in Florida are kind of like prepared for shit.
A little better. Yeah.
It won't be the end of the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Probably.
Yeah, an EMP won't be the end of the world. We'll all get fit. We'll all be out there. By the way, in an EMP, it's not going to be like in the Going Home series from Angry American, because every vehicle is not going out. Like in an EMP, everything's not getting fried.
Depends on where it's located.
Everything. You think because I think a real EMP is random. It doesn't hit everything.
It's just where it hits. I mean, it depends on where it's located.
I don't know.
Yeah. So now people have like what's happening in Texas. That's pretty terrible, man. Those floods in Texas.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's bad right there.
Like what happened a year or so ago, up in the mountains in North Carolina and all that
Those
stuff.
Texas floods were something else. That's crazy.
Yeah, especially like all those kids out there.
Girls that were in that camp. That's
Yeah.
When
horrible.
you get 12 inches of rain in a very, very short period of time.
Yeah. I think the death toll, unfortunately, is like over 100, but I don't think they're anywhere close to where it's going to stop.
Flash floods. Go ahead, Walt.
The ones up in the mountains, they still don't know where people are.
Yeah.
Whole houses washed away. People just disappeared. Boom, gone.
Yeah, I don't think they're not going to count. I don't know if everyone's even going to get counted in that,
Yeah.
So
People are just going to disappear is what's going to happen. They never got found. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless, the aliens come and got them. We'll see.
Aliens don't want stank meat all wet and waterlogged. They want fresh meat. Come on, man.
Jeez. Yeah, I agree with that. Mr. Bullshitter says the pythons will be the pythons. It's possible.
You know what? You put a high enough bounty on them, fuck. Everybody'd have a set of python boots, man. Everybody.
The gators. I think there's too many guns in Florida for anything like that to really become an issue.
You know what? It's always one of those. It's like when all you gotta do is just let people be people, and all that shit will be taken care of.
Clean itself up.
I agree.
You let people shoot things that eat them and
need to be
kill
shot.
Them and, You got a bear problem? Not anymore. You got a gator problem? Not anymore.
Yeah, let's see. Jade Grew says, I think the only thing that'll take out Florida is Florida Man.
Totally. We will destruct ourselves. Nothing else. Nobody can take us out.
Florida, let me explain something to you. It's not really that easy for Florida to go no rule of law. It's not.
Oh,
there's too many guns. Too many guns here. Too many. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like even now, Florida is not as bad as other states when we look at what's happening in other states because you don't know who you're messing with over here.
Well, once again, Florida just got permitless carry. Oh my God, the world's going to come to an end. You remember that? Everybody can carry a gun. Well, I got news for you, folks. A lot of people carry guns that didn't have permits, anyways.
Oh yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of permits here. Yes, there's people who carry guns anyway.
And plus, a lot of people don't give a fuck about permits.
And there's a lot of people here, like in the city places or whatever, it's different. But there's a lot of dudes out here who they've spent their whole life. They've never bought meat from the store.
Everybody's got a gun in their truck out there. Everybody.
There's a lot of mofos out here. When I'm driving, I see a lot of pickup trucks. I was telling Lola the other day, when you see those pickup trucks, those are dudes on the way to work, and they saw a deer. And they're like, oh, wait a second. I'm going to go in here and get this deer, put that in my fridge. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I'm not trying to say I'm one of those dudes, because I'm not. I'm a city slicker.
We're not either. I'm a city slicker.
Well, I mean, we were going to the property one time, me and Remo, and we're coming right up, where you turn into the property off the road there, and there's a hog, and probably a mama hog with some smaller ones. And Remo's like, get him, hit him, shoot him.
Yeah,
like,
shoot him.
And I'm like, Mike, I'm not here to go hog hunting right now. I don't want to deal with that right now. I mean,
a whole lot of mess you got to clean up.
Yeah, and I'm on my property. You know what? If you shoot them, just throw them back in the woods, because it's a pest thing. So,
I mean, if you think about it, look at all the deer. Like, I drive around here and I see just deer just chilling.
They're everywhere.
Thousands
of
deer.
Yeah, the deer are just chilling like nobody's going to eat their asses.
Correct. Yeah, they know.
Right, they're not being shot at, so they're not. There's no hurry.
Yeah. Imagine if we go apocalypse.
Oh yeah, I mean turkeys. You see turkeys, and they're like just standing on the side of the road.
Turkeys just out pecking away.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we got like 8 seconds. We'll be right back here. Let us know. Honestly, I want to know what you guys think will be the apocalypse that will We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point. Okay, we are back. Let me just get this in from Shooting Gallery. Joju says, huh?
Who's Brandon Maddox? You see the text that we got?
Owner of Silencer Central, I think, and he just jumped on the board of NSSF.
Yeah.
No. Oh no! Really? Is that what you guys?
That's what. Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's totally new. Just coming up right now. Okay.
Beep, beep, breaking.
Yeah. So let me get this from Shooting Gallery, and then I'll deal with that. Let my brain process it a little bit. He says we are at greater risk of Katrina-like hurricane, where we are out of power for like months or possibly an EMP. And then he also says there's more sandhill crane
here for 2-3 days, and it just happened. Sandhill cranes don't get me started on those retard birds.
What is the thing with the sandhill crane?
I have a deep loathing.
Hatred.
Lord!
For sandhill cranes.
The sandhill crane, those little white cranes that always
white. They're big dumb bastards that stand in the middle of the roads and look at you like you're the problem.
Well, they know they're protected. That's why.
They do, and they look at you like you're the asshole for trying to drive down an Orlando road.
They're cranes. Yeah, there you go. They have a red tail and they're crane sized.
Yeah, red head.
Red head. Yeah. Red.
Are they good eating?
Birds. I would love to find out because I think they're stupid as hell.
7 to 11 pounds. Interesting. Huh.
So they when I lived in Orlando, when I went to UCF, the sandhill cranes would come out and stand in the middle of the friggin' highway and just look at you like, why are you here? Clearly I belong here. You don't belong here. It's like, I'm about to run you over. If I didn't go to prison for this, I'd run you over so fast, you stupid bird.
Wait, so they are protected? Why are they protected?
Yeah, they're protected.
Yeah, they're protected. Yeah.
Oh, it's like is that the Florida bird?
It's a bird of Florida.
Oh.
No.
There's a lot of freaking birds here. Yeah.
It's like buzzards. Buzzards are protected too.
Are they really?
Get out.
Yes.
I didn't know they were protected.
Now,
are they part of the migratory birds?
Buzzards? I don't know
Buzzards,
if
they're migratory? Because Migratory Bird Act protects a bunch of stuff.
Turkey buzzards? They're not too intelligent either, because I hit one in the Suburban one time when he flew right in front of me, so busted my grill in the Suburban.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of creatures in Florida.
Then his buzzard friends probably ate him too. So
eat them up. They don't care.
There's a lot of creatures. Everything eats everything here. You'd be surprised at what birds eat other birds. And anything. In any kind. You'd be surprised what birds eat meat. Like when I kill those squirrels, I see the birds, the creatures that come. Like you would think it's you would think it's just the hawks or whatever. No, I see all kinds of birds come for their asses.
Back at it.
Yeah, drag it around, try to tear it up. Yeah. All right, so yeah, listen. I really believe for sure stuff can happen in Florida. Everybody's not going to survive, but Florida is the schlong of America, as I've said before. This is how America will continue to survive. Enough Floridians will survive, and then they'll go through the rest of the country and like populate all of America.
Who will all be Floridians. Make America Florida again.
Yeah. It will happen. I'm not saying I'm going to be here when that happens, but I'm just saying.
All Floridians, how fantastic that would be for all of us.
The whole country?
Whole country, just Floridians.
Yeah.
We just all eat Publix pub subs and
carry guns.
Carry guns. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Awesome, man. The boating everywhere.
Yeah.
There'll be short shorts for everyone.
Sure. Hey, what's wrong with that? Come on.
Nothing is wrong. Well, in some cases, but hey. It's all good. Okay, so we're gonna look at this thing with Brandon Maddox. I don't know. This makes me. Yeah. So here we go. This is what is being shared. Big
was
honor.
He the one that was he the one that was one of the problems with the?
So Brandon Maddox is, as it says here, founder and CEO of Silencer Central. I have met him. I've done a video where I interviewed him. I thought he was a nice guy. Like I said, he was a pharmacist, so that kind of like, I have affinity with that. Lola being a pharmacist herself, but I'm not a fan of what Silencer Central attempted to do
and accomplished.
Yeah, like making side deals and everything to just drop the fee for the suppressors and short barrels to go from 200 to 0 instead of coming off the NFA. And they kind of got what they wanted in the end, so maybe that's why NSSF is cool with them. But I don't know. I'm not a big fan of what they did.
NSSF was cool with money.
Yeah,
money.
Have you guys seen? Like I've seen every time that Silencer Central posts something on X, they get torn down, and I think people will be mad for a long time. And I think it's a bad thing that they did, and they were always running that danger because they were able. What they came up with was, I think, an interesting idea. It's not something you can patent because they just figured it out for every state.
Mm-hmm. But anybody can do it.
Yeah, of how you can buy a suppressor and get it shipped to you. And they're really good at doing that, but I feel like what they attempted to do is not what should have been done. Right? Even though that's what happened in the end, you don't want to have a hand in that. We want to get rid of the NFA. We want to get rid of infringements.
Hope there's some more progress with this lawsuit. So
yeah.
We'll see what happens.
But do you think people are going to forget all this? I don't think so.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You think so?
Yep. Then there's to most people, the people that have told me about it go, "Wow, man, they got rid of $200. That's great." That's it. That's
okay. That's so everyone's not really following everything going on.
They're not as hardcore as we are either.
Here, following is about a pinch compared to the people who
that's true. I mean, because that kind of happened with Go ahead.
We're the hardcores. We're definitely the hardcores that are you draw a line in the sand and you don't cross it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the bottom line, guys. If that all would have went through, it'd be a boon business wise for me.
It would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it that way. Am I bad? No.
Well, so some people.
I can make all the things I really want to make without all the bullshit.
I would have lost some business because of it, and I didn't care.
In the long run, it's an awesome thing. Yeah.
My laser engraving would have taken a big hit because you wouldn't have had to do that ever again. I didn't care at all. I don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me that we're losing. That I don't have to make that money.
Somebody making a gun like a Form 1 still has to market.
Correct. Yeah. So for me, it's a little for that works, but. Like this morning, I had somebody come in with their SBR, and I laser engraved it. That's money in my pocket.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I don't care. I would love to see that money never come into my pocket ever again.
I sell lots of barrels and stuff, but I want to see the kids come in the country with the barrels.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a big deal.
So if I was able to advise any manufacturer of firearms that's out there now, I would say to them that there's a lot of crap you can do that you could probably get away with, but the idea that you're going to go against the Second Amendment and the fight for the Second Amendment, thinking like, oh, this is going to make my business better, and people do it in a lot of different ways, right? And we've seen it with different companies. I would say, yeah, don't do it. Stay the hell away from it. If you're going to spend money, just spend that money just fighting purely for the Second Amendment. Even in a case like this, if they would have gotten rid of suppressors, short barrel rifles, etc. off the NFA, if we dismantle the NFA, you're not going to suffer in the long run because people are going to want quality suppressors, for example. And if your name is out there as someone building, for sure, there'll be dudes building cheap shit, but most people, who's going to really buy that cheap shit?
They would have had to get a third group. What is it called? People working from 2 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the morning, whatever, third shift. They would have had to get third shift for the next year and a half to keep up with the demand because it would have been so voracious.
Yeah.
And nope.
I think in lots of ways they gave license for this kind of stuff to happen. There's some politicians out there who probably looked at it and was like, "Oh, we could get away with this." That's why I say it's a bait and switch, right?
They gave the approval for it. They said, "Well, it's okay. It's okay. If we don't win, we can at least fall back to this position."
Yeah, but these politicians that you called and these people know there's a big bunch. I guarantee you they never had so many phone calls.
Correct. Yeah, this was surprising.
They never did, and they know this now.
Yeah,
there's this group out there.
Well, the question is what happens now. So let me just show you guys this, just as a. So I went to their, I went to Silencer Central's, X account here, and let's see. So this is what's up there right now. Let's look at the comments on this.
They're all going to be negative.
See, look, right, the first comments, yeah. You should stop posting or running Silencer Central, looking for another job, and you can run yourself into bankruptcy. Agreed. Now, I mean, it goes on and on like this every time they post something. So even they should be aware that you've done the shit.
Yeah, the core people that knew what was going on, and that won't go away. That's like Springfield Armory. The people that knew what Springfield did, most people. Even though I do,
I will never shop at Cheaper Than Dirt ever. Well,
that stuff, that was just That was
I will never. And there are guys today who are older than me, obviously, who will never buy a Ruger firearm because of Bill Ruger. It's still a thing.
I won't let that go away. I still buy some Ruger stuff, but I
still will buy Ruger stuff. But Bill Ruger.
I always remind.
I bought one Springfield Armory thing since that whole thing.
Well, I had the Kuna. I got that. So,
yeah. But listen. I think that it's a bad idea to do this kind of stuff, and then it's also a bad idea when you do something wrong to just pretend like you didn't do anything and keep on moving. Listen, sometimes we genuinely in life, all of us do the wrong thing, and I think you should just own up to it and then live up to that and try to be better. I don't know if that's what we're going to get out of this, but we'll see. Pizza! Did you make pizza or
homemade pan pizza? We've gotten a recipe for making our own homemade pan pizza in a cast iron. It's so good.
Did you make that or Marley made it?
Marley made the dough. And then I do all the prep work and bake it.
I never got the recipe for the other pizza, though.
Oh, God damn it. I'm doing it right now.
That.
Don't mess with Walter when it comes to pizza.
Well, at that time we were just talking about making pizza, and Spencer likes to try stuff like that. So, no worries, no worries.
Hot Dog 990 says I'd rather pay the $200 than go through all the extra BS of fingerprints, etc.
Yeah,
It's not a done deal yet. Still fighting it.
I'm probably gonna. There's a couple things I want to. I don't have anything for folks out there. I only have one thing in my name, in my personal.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is in the business because I don't pay anything there in the business. I got 100 SBRs.
But Lola was saying,
that's 100 things I got to bring out when they come and want to do a compliance thing. It's a pain in
Yeah,
the ass.
lots of money.
Well, it's just no. It's lots of.
Oh well, yeah. No, I'm saying, but if you would have paid for it.
Yeah, $200 a piece. It gets
Yeah.
Even though it's not that much money, it gets to be a lot of money.
Yeah. So you might go through now and just.
I might do a couple. I want to do just so
I don't know what
So-
Patrick got
knocked the
that.
microphone
Patrick got that pizza and lost all sense of.
No, I knocked the microphone over because I got a recipe to send to Walter.
Okay, yeah. Because some of these, I don't want these guns at my shop anymore. That's part of the problem. I don't want them. You know.
So do you think this is the same as when we were going through the whole, pistol brace thing, and then the ATF was like, oh, you know what, we'll just drop the fee for everyone, and then all these dudes are out there registering their there were people who did it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, I didn't do any either, but I thought to myself, well, now they got a special registry probably for the people who did the pistol brace thing.
Mm-hmm. I know people who did all that, yeah.
They have to have that somehow marked that when you got it, and it was. I can't believe they don't have a special little group for these folks.
Probably they do, but they're tracking all this stuff anyway. We've seen a lot of evidence that they're tracking every single thing they possibly could. They're keeping databases they should not keep.
That's the stuff that should be all destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like what you're saying, I know Lola was saying to me, hey, you, like, because we're in FFL SOT as well, and Lola was like, there's a whole bunch of stuff sitting around here that would be $200 a pop.
Yes.
So they're gonna get flooded, but it doesn't go into effect until when? September?
January.
Oh,
January.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Which hopefully we get rid of the whole thing by then.
Well, we'll see what happens. But by January, a lot of people will have forgot about it.
Probably.
Yeah.
January 1st.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, and to be honest with you, I'm probably going to do a couple things if nothing changes before then.
I'm going to get rid of all my cans. Oh, you want to buy some stuff, you're saying?
Well, no, I have things that are SBRs that I can just transfer to me.
Yeah. When they turn to $0, you might as well put the paperwork.
I mean, I have 3 or 4 little AR pistols we bought over the years to take the shot. Built over the years to take the shot show. That just sit in the safe and don't do anything. I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I have 6 or 7 cans out there that I've been waiting for no particular reason, just because I didn't want to spend the money. So I guess money was a barrier to entry because I didn't want to spend the money on it.
As little. Okay, if you're buying a $20,000 machine gun, $200 is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay, but when you see the $200 can, and then it's $200 on top of the $200 can.
Mm-hmm.
I might write a Mac. I go, that I ain't paying that $200. Sorry, I don't.
I have, now that I'm an SOT, I have a bunch of suppressors in my safe that some of them were cheap, and I'm like, we got them with those like freebies and the other things when they were super cheap.
Yeah, we got
the $15 cans.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know that I want this.
Am I going to pay
I don't want it for
$200 for a 15? Now, those little $15 cans are fun on the 22, but I'm not going to spend $200 for that. I give 2 fucks about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, you know what? I think, like, if we separate out suppressors for a minute, not suppressors, SBRs, the suppressor world has taken, like, blow after blow after blow. The first one I remember in my time as a gun guy is when they thought, remember, this wasn't the first time. People thought before that suppressors were coming off the NFA, and they stopped buying suppressors. What was that, like 2016,
was like
17?
17 or 18.
Yeah.
Like that.
And that was the first push.
And there were all these, at that time, before that happened, there were all these suppressor manufacturers that were getting ready to put out integral barrels in all flavors, all calibers. It was all kinds of stuff that was going to come out. Didn't happen, never happened. And then it's just been blow after blow after blow, so we'll see.
That's one of the things, though, is stuff like this stifles creativity, because why would I make something integral when I'm only going to sell 10 of them, and then I have to go through all the paperwork? Nobody's going to make it.
You're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Not if you're a real in business.
Yeah. Nobody wants
to do that. That's why these things coming off the NFA would have been a big business boom.
Oh, man.
Everyone out there would have just been manufacturing like crazy. Every gun would be integrally suppressed.
I was thinking about, and I still might, thinking about doing shotguns again. You know, the Keg 12s, the smaller ones.
Oh, those would be so awesome with cans built in.
And then I still want to make a semi-auto.
I saw your eyes rolling, Patrick.
I thought about it because I was thinking, well, then it's an extra $200. But if there's no extra, it's just you do the 2 tax stamps and get a little mini shotgun with a suppressor on the front. That's actually not terrible. That is cool. I would own that.
Yeah.
If I had to pay the 5 and the 200, then that's when I was like, ah. But for free, that's not a bad idea.
Honestly, the paperwork is. We have the electronic to do the fingerprints and stuff in the shop. So just today, someone, I'm not going to use any names, somebody was in the shop. Peggy took his picture right in the shop, did the fingerprints right on the thing right there. It gets all done electronically.
Sweet.
Boom. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. By the way, in the minute that we have left, I should plug. We were shooting this weekend.
I'll be right back.
And we could definitely talk about this. So what I'm showing is the Muta.
My back teeth are floating.
Do I say Muta or Muta? I think it's like the Muta too.
I got something to talk about too.
From Bushmaster, right? So Muta 2 suppressor. Check this out. Oh, look at that. And by the way, Bushmaster. yeah, it does look like a muffler. Bushmaster and also, Franklin and Armory. They, those guys fight for the Second Amendment. I think their sensibilities are in the right place. Unlike some other people, that it's very disappointing that theirs aren't. Yeah. But so check that out. We were shooting this. Walter put this on a machine gun.
Yeah.
Got some footage of that.
Yeah, stay tuned.
I was looking at that. There's some slow-mo. I need to do something with that.
So you got that on your camera too, right?
Yeah, on the slow-mo.
On your phone, yes. On your phone.
Yes, I think I do have it on my phone. We'll show that. There's a little story to that, but we got 5 seconds, and when we come back here, I'll tell you guys. Yeah. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com. What are you saying, Walt? I can hear you on my thing talking.
I say the whole thing through when it's going on.
Right, yeah. Different things. Let's see. I'll wait for Patrick to come back. Let me see. I'm going through the different things. Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well, I received the box in the mail today.
Oh, hold on. Let me go full screen on you since you got
it
something
involves
in the mail.
It involves you.
Oh boy, it involves me. Can
I read the letter?
Oh boy, go for it.
It had a letter, and it's from one of our longtime followers.
Okay.
Pixamite 1.
Oh, cool. Yeah, shout out.
Pixamite, right? Okay,
yes, I do. Yeah.
So the letter goes, it's been a while since I've sent you and Hank any Hot Wheels.
Oh, boy.
Just calm down. The hobby went to crap up here in my area over a year ago. Due to scalpers and kids working in the stores robbing the cases of the premiums and the good regular cars before they stocked the shelves.
Oh, okay.
I have not actively hunted for over 6 months.
Wow.
Okay, so it says I stopped at the Dollar Tree Saturday and saw these scooters and thought about you guys. I'm still following you guys, usually after the live show. I've still got about a year left on the railroad, and I'm spending a little more time out there than at home. He must work for the railroad. The damn place has gone greed-driven nuts. Can't wait to be done with that and get my pension going. Okay, so this is paragraph 3. The scooters and the trucks are yours, meaning me. The Beamer and the Mercedes is for Hank.
Oh,
wait. I don't want him to start crying when you show him what you got. Laugh out loud.
Okay, so I'm guessing we're seeing what you got first.
Enjoy these blessings to you. Enjoy these and blessings to Mrs. Peggy and the family. And that's from Pixamite 1.
Yeah, shout out to Pixamite, who does run the railroads.
Yeah.
So when I'm driving all over the country and I see those railroads, I always think to myself, I wonder if Pixamite is out there on one of these trains.
So let me show you what,
Let's see what you
he
got.
gave me. Here is a Honda CB750.
Cool. I like that, like a cafe racer style. Lola, did you get my text I just sent you? Lola. Yes. Go for it.
A Vespa.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got...
Have you ever had a Vespa?
No, I have not. Now they're kind of collectible. Everybody wants them.
Mm-hmm.
Rover Defender. That's for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll be familiar with this one, the Honda scooter thing.
Oh yeah! Oh man, that's
Where did these all
cool.
come
I like
from?
that. I wanted to buy one of those. I did a video on this little thing when they put it back out.
Okay, well, if you talk nice to your friend Walt, maybe Walt will give you that one.
Oh, that's cool.
But what he sent in the box for you, so you don't
sweet.
cry,
Oh.
is a BMW 635 CSI.
Yeah, coupe.
And
Love it.
and
That's awesome.
An 89 Mercedes 500.
Oh wow! Yeah, that is F560 SEC, Walt.
Yeah, those are nice cars.
That's one of my favorite cars.
So Hank, you really want the little Honda scooter for your collection?
I may do that. That's
All you
one
have
of
to say is yes. Oh, see.
Oh,
That's
do I have
what
to say pretty please?
Where do these come from?
Okay,
Pixamite.
one. Pixamite, who's a long time follower. He says he watches. He says he watches the show after when it's put up later on. But
Yeah.
so thank you, Pixamite.
Yes, thank you.
I was even thinking that maybe, since I don't have any grandkids, and maybe once your youngling Patrick's a little bit older, maybe he might.
Oh, he would.
Yeah.
He would lose his marbles over that. He would play with it for the next month.
Yeah. By the way, he loves Chromie. Chromie loves
cars.
He loves cars, especially big trucks.
Is he? Is he good for that now? Okay, we'll chat about.
Oh
it.
yeah, no. If you want to give it to him, he loves Matchbox cars. He loves
Yeah.
any of that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So can I just show you guys? Did this come from Pixamite? I don't think so. I think I found this. Let me show you guys this. Look at this.
It's a Toyota.
Toyota FJ Cruiser.
Toyota, okay.
Yeah,
they're
see,
bringing
check
the
it.
FJ back.
Yeah. So my brother Anonymous has an FJ, and these are awesome. These are going. They
yes, but are you actually? Did you hear me?
Yeah, about them bringing it back. No, it's gonna be
they're
crap.
bringing it back.
Yeah, it's gonna be crap.
No, they're bringing it back. They're not importing them, so they're gonna be really nice. They're
Oh,
gonna
really?
have like a little turbo diesel. It's gonna be super cool. But
Oh,
yeah,
so we're not. You were not getting it.
You remember the FJ when it came out? It had that. Did it have like a goofy two-tone paint job, or was that the Honda?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it had the roof was a different color, and they're awesome though. They're awesome. I love FJs. FJs are going for more money now used than they were when they were new. If you try to buy an FJ. By the way, check this out. I bought another R8.
For poops and giggles.
No, that's the proper kind you need right there.
For poops and giggles, I looked up buying an FJ before I bought my car.
Mm-hmm.
The FJs were more expensive than what I paid for this modern day car. The FJs from 2011?
I think they stopped in 2013 or something.
Yeah. So
if they're in good shape, some of those.
and all of them had 120,000+ miles on them because
they would. Yeah,
not new.
People love an FJ.
People pay big money for an FJ.
Yeah, people love an FJ. You were gonna buy an older one too, like from the 70s or something.
I would love to get an FJ40. That's the older Japanese FJs.
That's a tough one too.
Yeah.
To find in good condition.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
you
would
gotta
be-
fix it up.
I don't want
Or
to call it
somebody-
a dream or bucket list car, but I would like to find one in good shape. They only fetch 20 to 25 grand. They're not crazy expensive.
Yeah, it's a lot of upkeep. By the way, shout out to Casper Paint Bee.
It'll be on my. It is on my bucket list. I'd like to have a FJ40 at some point in my life.
Actually,
no, they're cool.
The 500 SEC, the 560 SEC Mercedes.
That's awesome.
That's a cool
That is.
car.
Let me tell you, Pixamite. I love that car. I want to have a 560 SEC.
And the 635 BMW.
Yeah, that's
is
cool
a
too.
cool car too. Yeah,
Yes, it is. It is. I would take the five. Mercedes doesn't make cars like that anymore.
No, they're woke. Other cars are woke now.
Yeah.
So.
Did we talk about that thing with Jaguar where
We
I
didn't
think
talk
Patrick
about it yet. Oh, but yes.
Well, you
go
know,
go.
remember that? I remember I told you we talked a little bit about the Volkswagen van, the new one that I says.
Yes.
I saw one of those. I saw one in Europe.
The Buzz, ID Buzz.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is. It's fugly, my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one here locally, and that's when I said, "Oh, that thing! Look at that gay VW." It's like,
I haven't seen one of them in person yet, but yeah, they are released to the States, to America now. They've been out in Europe for a few years. Go ahead.
Remember
Patrick.
at the beginning of the year, there was a big rebrand for
Jaguar.
And how everybody went, "Oh, that's disgusting." They have sold like under 100 cars for the entire year for the entire UK or for the entire European market or something.
Yeah, their sales was slashed by over 98%.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. People, no one who wants to. These guys don't understand who out there wants to identify with your bullshit.
let me tell you who buys a Jaguar over there, a new one. People that have money, and not the people I know over there that have that kind of car are older people with money.
Yeah, the interesting thing to me is that Jaguar is owned pretty much by Tata Motors nowadays. I think
what is that?
Tata Motors is an Indian company. Remember, they were gonna make the Tata Motors was making that car in India that was equivalent of like $3,000 in America.
No.
You don't remember that?
No, I'm never buying that.
So, what's up?
Hot Dog 990's buying memberships.
Oh, Sookie. Okay, big shout out to Hot Dog 990 for that. We appreciate you for doing that. So he gifted 5 subscriptions. Let me see if I can show this. I got to go to the camera in order to show this. So let's see, because of the archaic way that I do everything here. No, I can't. How the hell am I gonna do this? Okay, first I gotta take these out.
Hot Dog 990 gifted a membership to
Go to the
Casper
iPhone.
Paint
Boom,
Team.
there we go. Okay, now I can pop
Mr.
it
Bullshitter,
up.
you harbor firearms.
Yeah. Boom, there you go.
All
Check that
now
out.
channel members.
Yeah. Woo! Thank you. Big shout out to Hot Dog 990. We appreciate you, brother. Yeah, that's very cool. Very cool. Appreciate it. Just a little look behind the scenes of everything I'm up to over here. Check that out. Everything that's going on. Woo!
Can we make? I want to make a video that's kind of goofy, but take a suppressor of your choice and actually screw it on an engine and see how it quiets it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can't hurt it much.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Hold on.
Adapter.
Let me see if there's any other things here that we want to get to before. Okay, talking about cars. Before we go away from cars, did you guys see that video I posted that Volvo is now making a up-armored XC90?
Yeah, I saw you posted it. I did.
I saw it. Yeah, I didn't go deep into it. Yeah.
What in the hairy hell's going on there?
Why not?
I know, but isn't that a little
sort
weird?
Of governmental clientele or somebody decided.
At first, I thought they were like it was like a joke or something or April Fool's kind of thing. But yeah, they are making a up armored. I looked at the whole. This right here is a up armored XC90.
This seems okay. I mean,
it looks normal. Yeah, it's like a hybrid.
Everybody doesn't need a limousine. That kind of thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so you know what? You can probably roll under. When you drive a car like that, it doesn't look like you're driving in a tank.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, but is that how crazy the world? Look, they didn't actually show it getting shot, but they did. Like he drives by. The video's kind of weird.
There's one that was shot.
Yeah, that's one that was shot up. So interesting. Like we were talking about all the people getting bunkers and stuff like that now in their house.
Is Sweden Sweden? Is Volvo a Swedish company?
No, Volvo I think is now a Chinese. Yeah, belongs to a Chinese company now.
That's sad.
Yeah. And none of the car companies belong. Ram does not. Ram is a French Italian company now. Stellantis.
Well, that's a big.
Yeah.
A lot of places you can't drive a big armored limousine. You can't fit it. You can't drive it.
True.
You get stuck like Trump did on or whoever that was on the hump coming in and out of the. Remember that where they got
The beast.
monsters?
The beast got stuck somewhere.
They got where they were coming out of the driveway and the transition from the road to the driveway. There was a hump in the middle, and it got stuck on. Yeah,
buddy.
No, I wasn't aware of that. Here's another thing I want to hit before we get out. Go ahead, Walt. Finish your thought.
No, I was just no. I'm done.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to get this before we get out. Looks like I'm just sharing this from Rachel. Rachel B shared this, but a lot of people are doing it right now. GOA is selling lowers to help raise money because this thing of them going after taking down the NFA is very, very expensive.
PSA is one of the companies involved with that.
Oh, they are? Okay. So PSA is making the lowers, and then they're putting...
The lower is going... a portion of the sales will be going directly to GOA to this particular...
Yeah, $25 from each one of these. So I'm not sure... I need to probably go through the link and see exactly what one of these is going for.
It's $50. It's $50.
50? Yeah, that's not bad.
That's cheap.
No.
Yeah.
I should
so it is. Yeah. So that link that Rachel B had there pulled up.
Because I think they said they're giving
this is PSA site. Yeah. There you go. So GOA, you can get a GOA lower, and it's got on it Hush for safe, SBR for fire, and Brit for auto. Like, I guess they were trying to go Brit like that. Is that what they were up to? Yeah. You know how they say in the rap, like, Brit! Remember, booyaka, booyaka. That was like, that's what Shabba Ranks said. You know. You don't know Shabba Ranks?
No.
Oh, okay. So anyway, those lowers are out there.
They are available.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Go ahead, Walt. What were you going to say, or Patrick?
No, I'm just listening to your Brit, whatever.
Okay, how does a machine gun sound, Walter? Let's see. Okay, Patrick, how does a machine gun sound?
Now, that's a A10.
Yeah, no, he's just doing. No, Patrick was just doing. He did. That is a freaking Tommy gun. Yeah, it's almost like
that's a Sten gun sponsored by StenGuns.com. Sten Parts.
That's
Okay, what's that?
Not a 16. Mac 10. PPSH 41 goes.
Anything suppressed and machine gun at the same time. It just sounds like that, you know. Yeah, if you go real quiet, then that's like a 22 suppressed machine gun. Yeah. I also saw this come up because, we were talking a little bit about this. Musk is starting his own party.
Oh, gosh.
So I got to get you guys' opinion on the podcast about this. So Elon Musk indicates, by the way, the stock was down like $20 today. I'm going to stock up on some of it. I agree with Walter, though. I think Musk needs to chill the hell out. Although I think I'm sick and tired of the two-party system, though.
He just needs to find him a new baby mama and go someplace and fuck for a while. Be quiet.
Listen, who's the banging chick out there that can actually make Musk chill out?
I don't think there's anyone that can make Musk shut up.
Yeah.
Thought about this for a while today. If he wants to become the George Soros of the right, then become that and start putting just do the same thing Soros does for the right. Start putting candidates forward that you prefer. Start that whole sort of thing.
I think the danger of that is exactly what he ran into. He did give Trump $250 million. He did help him get elected and some other dudes. And I think Trump gave him a lot for it, but he doesn't understand politics.
He shot his shot too high. The simple answer is Soros backs local DAs, local politicians, mid-grade politicians. He does the whole thing. That's what you have to do.
And you have to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, and you just sit back and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. So here's my thing. I don't like the two-party system. I think a lot of Republicans, the rhinos out there, need to get challenged. I truly believe that. Mm-hmm. The question to me is, how serious is Musk about this? right? Is he really going to follow through? I agree with Patrick what he just said. Like, we need to go grassroots and start that from the bottom and build your way up. Musk, you're never going to be, it's like me. I can never be president. Wasn't born here, you know? Wasn't born here. I naturalized. I don't think it's cool what Trump said, that Trump said he was going to try to revoke his citizenship and deport him. That's not cool.
That's childish.
Yes,
Yeah, that's not cool. But there is something to a third party. But yes, I think we need the guy behind it, like Patrick just said, to shut the hell up and just fund the good guys out there
that we think are good and push them along. Yeah.
Because this can't be for the glory. That's how you got into this problem with Trump. Because Trump gets the glory. That's how it works.
Well, if it ain't Trump, it ain't to Trump. If it's not him, it's no one.
Yeah. So, and I think he's saying that he's going to be pro Second Amendment. I don't know.
And he's pro Bitcoin. I'm like, what the fuck? Honestly, does that really matter? Bitcoin. I know you're a Bitcoin guy, but I don't think it's.
I don't have that much Bitcoin. I've got like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a hasses of the hair on the ass of a fly of a Bitcoin. I'm not really. I have a shit ton of Tusk, which is not functional.
Doesn't even exist anymore.
I got billions.
And that should be a little bit of a.
No, I did it all to learn about Bitcoin. I think I do have friends that have Bitcoin and have made money from Bitcoin and all of that. Sure. And I think it's a more secure currency in many ways than the dollar. The dollar's not backed by gold. It's just imaginary at this point.
It's not going to get you any petrol after the hurricane, my friend. It's not going to get you a tire on your car when the tire shop's closed. You still gotta have.
You're saying cash is king. That's what you're saying.
It helps. A lot of people will take cash before they'll take a credit card or anything.
I think multiple currencies will always be the currency of the realm. I think if the world goes apocalyptic, even your cash doesn't count.
Bitcoin is like a stock. It's a gamble.
If the world goes apocalyptic, Walter, is your cash gonna count? Is your cash money going to
count real hard?
It depends on which country you're in.
We're going to be in America when shit goes.
But what it really counts is the bullets I got in my gun. That's what I really.
Yes, that's what I think.
I think gold. I don't even know if gold counts that much. I think toilet paper will be the currency of the realm.
A pack of cigarettes.
Yes,
and some booze
bars of chocolate, as you always say, Walt. Bars of chocolate, that kind of stuff.
Some tampons for the women that don't got none.
How many goats do you have? Your goats might count at that point,
A couple eggs.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years' experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com. Yeah, sorry, we got cut off there. What were you saying, Walt?
What were we saying?
You were running down a list of currency, the currency of the realm. I don't know, we talked about the apocalypse a lot in this.
All those things that people crave when they can't get anything. Mm-hmm. Smokes. People who smoke, if you can't get your smokes, man, you turn it like a heroin addict.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah.
You said a simple bar, a piece of chocolate. Wow.
Yeah, I'll be selling squirrel shish kebabs.
You got some, that's what the Vietnamese do and stuff, probably.
I'll get a recipe. I'll shoot those squirrels, skin their asses, put them on a shish kebab, and put some peanut butter on them, and fry them up.
When I had squirrel one time, a friend of mine's. This is yours.
I never had squirrel, by the way. Yeah,
a friend of mine's grandmother, Granny, she lived in the woods near Lakeland. They were country people. And we shot a couple, and she cooked them up, and it's kind of like chickenish.
It's not bad. It's tough.
Yeah, Patrick told me he had it too. I never had squirrel.
Yeah, once again, you need to be hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I got a choice between chitlins and some steak. I ain't need no fucking chitlins. Come on.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
So if I let me see
That
steak,
or you go for long pork. I'll eat squirrels and all that before I start eating people.
I'll go out and shoot hogs and deer and freaking everything that moves before that. So.
Hot Dog 990 said Coke Zero. Laugh out loud. He knows you, Walter.
Oh, that's Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
I've had situations where I don't have any of that stuff. I can get along with that fine.
I still don't understand it. Diet Coke tastes like.
Yeah, I can't drink it.
Oh,
I can't drink it.
It's horrible.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather have one Coca-Cola, like Walter brought Coca-Cola, which I don't get too often because Lola refuses to buy it. Yeah. And that one Coca-Cola was good for me. I was like, oh, nice.
Yeah, no, a single Coke is pretty tasty.
I every once in a while have a sugar Coke or Sprite. I had from the party. We ended up with some cherry Coke.
Good stuff.
It was too much. I don't just.
I'm not a fan of cherry Coke. I do like a Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper, yeah.
Dr.
Pepper was nice, and
a
root beer or a cream soda.
Mm-hmm.
I can have that. Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah. Nice cold cream soda in a glass.
Ginger ale.
Ginger ale is always good, sir.
Yeah.
Ginger beer is even better. The best thing if you're really thirsty, coconut water. Unflavored, Patrick. Unflavored coconut water.
There is coconut. Excuse me, coconut. What the fuck am I talking about? There is ginger beer in my fridge just in case.
Right now.
Hank ever shows up.
Emergency. Oh, I show up. When I show up, Walter always has a ginger beer. It's crazy.
And there's some at the shop too.
Yeah. Whenever I show up, Walter's like, "Oh, look at this, Hank Strange." This is exactly. That's what he says. He goes, "Look at this, Hank Strange. I got a ginger beer here for you. What do you think about that?" I go, "Yes, sir." Yeah. Coconut water is awesome. Do not flavor your coconut water. It just needs to be coconut water flavor. Patrick and Lola like the different
he's still
flavors.
Wrong, body armor is delicious.
Yeah, have you ever had Body Armor, Walter? It's a drink.
It's like Gatorade, but it uses coconut water as its base. It's good.
Oh, okay.
But they put crazy ass flavors in there.
Oh, okay.
Imagine coconut water, but they put cherry,
like orange mango, which is fucking delicious.
Orange mango on its own is delicious. Orange mango freaking lemonade. Okay, fine, delicious. But why coconut water?
Because that's the base. It's more hydrating than regular water.
No, I just need the straight up coconut water. Don't mix it. Don't mix it. You ever saw the one? What's the other one that's really good? I have some coconut water here that's really good. I forgot. I showed it to you guys before, but
Hot Dog 990 in the comments says 1919 root beer. My earliest remembrances of root beer is going to A&W as a kid, like a drive-in, and getting frosty cold mug of A&W root beer. That was like
that's
super duper.
Probably delicious.
And they put like a scoop of ice cream.
Well, you can do that, but just like a super duper treat. Back then,
if you drop either in a cream soda or root beer, you drop a scoop of ice cream in there,
delicious,
and it melts in. It becomes it's like a shake,
ice cream float.
Yeah,
root beer float.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think that was invented by pharmacists.
It could have been.
I think so. Right?
Well, that stuff was always served like at the food thing, like in the Woolworths and Woolworth, the stores that had a food bar on the one side. Yeah. I was lucky enough growing up. There was a Woolworths in Britton Plaza in Tampa, and as a kid, you had some extra money, you'd go in and get some French fries and like a Coke or something like that.
Yeah.
But that was like in the early '70s before all that stuff went away. So.
Also, back then, food tastes different.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah. If you were alive back then, Patrick, you would know. Food was different back then.
Food tastes different. Yeah, I can see it.
It was. It was different. It's almost like how, Coca-Cola. If you find Coca-Cola in other countries, it's freaking delicious, and it's got cocaine in it, and it
does not have cocaine in
it. They just use cane sugar in the stuff instead of. Well, you can get that at Costco. You can buy the Coke with cane sugar in it.
Yeah, it comes from Mexico. See, that's something. that can come in from Mexico and we're okay with. You know,
It's Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola in every country in the world. Everybody knows what Coke is.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter, and if you're in the most raghead, wrap their face up country in the middle of nowhere, they know what Coca-Cola is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Jack Daniels, Coca-Cola, those are like
Yes.
international
I
trade
know what it
things. Yeah.
Jack Daniels. Okay.
Oh, that's an international thing too. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay.
Jack
you
Daniels is
get
an party.
some good Scotch whiskey. That'll get you a lot too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Eastern Bloc, some good vodka.
Yeah, a Snickers bar. You know this.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
what's a candy bar that's known internationally? Snickers, I think, right?
Hershey's would be everywhere.
Hershey's
Okay.
is probably the biggest.
Oh no, you know what? Cadbury's.
That's
English,
that's English, right?
Yeah.
I think it was originally English. Yes.
It is originally English.
Yeah.
I had, speaking of chocolate, back in when my grandparents were still alive, they got some Russian chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God Almighty! Ugh. Yeah.
What is the thing with what's the thing with
nasty.
Russian chocolate? There's no
It's
sugar.
not sweet. They didn't sweeten it enough or something.
Yeah, it did not speak of any capitalism.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It was,
Is that why like if you ever see those either movies or different things about World War II times, and the GIs always had bars of chocolate and everyone loved them because they would like
Hershey's.
giving out. Oh, okay.
Well,
it was Hershey's.
Yes, and the Germans had this.
Pervitin.
Coca-Cola. Chocolat.
Yeah, so
Coca-Cola.
This stuff has this is chocolate, but it has kind of a little. It's got a
bit of cocaine in it.
Coffee tint to it, and it was full of caffeine back in the.
There you go. It had cocaine. Cocaine.
I don't know if the Germans put any amphetamines in it either, but
you don't know.
That's what the German soldiers had. That was one of their
They had Pervitin, which was methamphetamines.
Yeah.
The Germans.
Yeah, if you ever see Hitler, there's that thing of Hitler where he's all hyped up at
grinding his teeth.
No, he's at that big speech and he's like,
yeah. Oh, that
he's
one.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
But
yeah, he's like
Germans
he's gone.
They were known for doing
their amphetamine use.
Yeah, and they stay up for 3 or 4 days when they're fighting.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
The Japanese did it too before they do their banzai charges.
Yeah, that's how they got. That's how they did Pearl Harbor.
Well, yeah. But
yeah, that's always interesting when I would see that. Like the GIs would go around, and the ladies would love them. There's all those half American babies got left all over the world.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Walter, open this. Have you eaten this thing? Wait, hold on, Walt. Hold on, Walt. Don't eat it. I'm gonna go full screen. There you go.
I eat this stuff all the time.
Is it good?
Yeah. This is like darker, and then they make a milk chocolate version too. It's in a blue can, not a red can.
You know what? I have never been offered this chocolate.
Well,
Ink is very disappointed.
Yes. You need to send that with my 560 SEC. The best car ever made in the world.
You know where I got this from? There's a you can order it online, but there's the one Finnish company that sells camouflage and surplus and military type stuff that Ian McCullum has done stuff with over in Finland, and I ordered it off their website. So,
okay.
But,
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
It's darker flavored. But if you like dark chocolate, it's fine, and it does have a lot of caffeine in it still. So, nothing wrong with that. So,
yeah, I was gonna say before we're not done yet, but before we do get out of here, it would be nice. What gun stuff do we have that we could talk about, Patrick or Walter?
What time is it? Oh, it's 8:30. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's put this someplace where it doesn't.
Anyone buy any new guns that we can discuss?
I don't have anything too crazy.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. So Patrick has not done any.
No purchasing. I'm waiting to hear back on a gun that I've been trying to get in my collection for a while. So hopefully, one came into a local pawn shop and it's got to come out of pawn first. Or it's got to come out of resale.
So you're not telling us what this is yet.
It's a Browning high power.
Oh, okay.
Which is, Yeah,
Well,
it's
one
it's
thing.
a English high power. Yeah.
A real one?
Yes, yeah, World War II English. It supposedly is a little on the rougher side, which is exactly what I like.
Does
So
it have the
hopefully,
tangent? Does it have the tangent side on the back?
I haven't gotten to see it yet. I was told that it's at a shop here, and I just am waiting to hear back from the owner of the shop about what it is, because I might put dibs on it.
Mm.
The,
This is probably something you've been looking for a while.
Yeah, it'll be part of the John Browning collection. So yeah, I'm excited to have it.
I would love to get. I missed out when the high powers were on the market that were coming out of like Israel. That were like I call battlefield pickup kind of.
Yep,
Just
that's they were straight ins. They were great.
And now those guns are pulling $600, $700, $800. You know, and these were like in the $250, $300 range back then, and I didn't buy one. And but that's life in the big city.
It'll come around. Hopefully, it'll come around again.
You can get a Turkish made one. I've seen one for sale. If it was at Palmetto State or where it was, the English brand.
It's no longer English. It's Turkey company.
Something like that. Yeah.
What was the name of that? Was it FN making a high power?
FN made the. They have one now too. Yep.
It's back. Yeah, it's back.
Yeah, I've shot it, but I haven't seen it in a store anywhere, so I don't know how much they got out there.
I have an FN Portuguese made one. It's a nice gun. It's somewhere around here. It's in the safe, I think.
Patrick used to have a high power, I think, right?
I had one of the ones that came in the Israeli police trade-ins that I paid like $350 or $400 for, and I got rid of it because I had to have something stupid, and then that something stupid I got rid of a week later. I bought a P226.
What was the thing?
I had to have a P226, and I bought a West German P226, and I shot it once and went, "This is an atrocious firearm. I don't know why people like this so much," and I never was able to get another high power. I never got another high power, so
it'll come around.
I'm hoping this is it. I'm hoping this is the one because I've gotten to the point where I don't just want because I've seen some pop up for $600-700 that are kind of run of the mill shitty high powers, and I was like, I'm at the point where I'd rather have like if I could find a Nazi marked or an English or something really nice, I'd rather have that.
Mm-hmm. It'll happen. If you do this long. Look, if I could find two freaking Tech 9s, and when I say I,
well, let me say this: you did not find any Tech 9.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
why be? Go ahead.
Hot Dog 990 agrees with me that Russian chocolate is like sawdust.
That's wild.
It lacks any. That's what I had way back when I was a kid. If you used to eating Hershey's and then you go Russian, yeah.
Is it just they just don't put as much sugar?
It wasn't. Yeah.
If they would have figured out chocolate, they could have won the war.
Yeah.
They could have won the war if they would have just figured out chocolate. Let me see.
I'm sure we gave them plenty of Hershey's during the war because we gave them everything else, and they just couldn't copy it right. So that's all.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that one plays itself out. Let me pull up this. I think I do have a video that I could show. Of there you go. All right. Check it out here. So this is that can shooting. Let's see if I can.
It sounded really good. I was very impressed with it.
Yeah. For a little stubby, it was pretty good. Yeah.
It's the motion of the ocean, Hank Strange.
Yeah.
Look at that ejection pattern.
I know. I literally was thinking that, Walter. It's perfect. It's perfectly gassed.
Here we go for folks that are just new to ARs. As you play with AR-15s, they eject in different ways depending on how hot the ammo is, how big the gas port is, and it should not be going coming back and hitting that bouncer thing like a rabid fucking rabbit.
Yeah.
It should be coming out in a nice
rabbit
stream like that, or at 3 o'clock actually, somewhere between there and 3 o'clock. So, just an observation.
Yeah. Did you guys like how I rocked that machine gun? Just so you all know, I could rock a machine gun.
I guess I didn't even see it. I was probably sitting in the car with the youngin.
Oh, okay. Okay, it will be televised. It will be televised.
Just wait.
Yeah.
So I have a Iraq veteran. For those who don't know,
Oh, hold on. Hold
I
on.
have an Iraq veteran T-shirt on from the 23 shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And the Iraq veteran shoot I went to first time in 23, and then last year 24.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a shirt from 23, which that's when the Barbie movie was out.
Mm-hmm.
So they are no longer. Their word is out. They are no longer having a shoot.
Well, this year they're skipping this year, or this year's show got canceled. I saw because
Yeah.
insufficient vendors and stuff like that to support the show.
And my feeling on that, if as a vendor,
Mm-hmm.
the Rocket Veteran Shoe is not open to the public. If anybody else, if people that don't know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's kind of a creator kind of event.
Mm-hmm.
But to go there and set up myself, no money in it.
So you went there last year though, and you just like took
I
some
just,
guns.
I went with Richard Hughes and John Crump
Mm-hmm.
and just had fun. And I brought my shortened Turkish 8mm rifle
Mm-hmm.
and really annoyed all the guys at Anderson, um, shooting the thing out in front.
All the Anderson guys are mad at you.
No. We have a good relationship with those guys.
Mm-hmm.
The year before that, that's this year 23. I brought the 12-inch 50 cal with the can and
Mm-hmm.
shooting subsonic ammo,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a real crowd pleaser too. But
Yeah. You got any thoughts on this, Patrick? On the
None at all.
event? Yeah.
Usually-
It's too bad it's not happening. It's very expensive to do those shows. So if you don't have enough people out there, enough companies supporting it, it's not easy to do. They give away a lot of stuff and they put on a big show.
That was all. Once you were signed up and you were, they kind of make sure you actually do stuff. They provided lunch. They provided dinner.
Wow.
You get a package of stuff with a shirt and then stuff from other vendors.
Yeah,
and stuff.
they give away guns, all kinds of stuff gets given away.
Yeah, there was the first year we were there. There was a night vision company there, and they had a thing at night where not shooting, but put on the goggles and with like a it wasn't paintball, but it was the other like little the pellet airsoft thing.
Airsoft.
And like an airsoft competition against people.
Cool.
Yeah, all kinds of things like that. So because normally that shoot went on either the same weekend as Knob Creek or the weekend like after.
Mm-hmm.
And after being up at Knob Creek for almost a week, I wasn't in the mood to turn around and go back to that shoot. So I never went, like when you went and stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
so those.
Yeah, I haven't been able to go a lot lately just because of all the van stuff going on at the same time.
Yeah,
but
it's usually in October. So.
Mm-hmm. I know people look forward to it. Flying Rich goes up there. Joe Juice goes up there. Walt's been going for a few years with those guys. There's a bunch of different gun guys that go up there. So it was kind of a big shoot. You know, GunCon is another big one. And then obviously we got the goals coming up.
So so they also thought that went around in the chat was that there's so many events that as a vendor you have to pick and choose. Because yeah,
you can't go to everything. You don't have the money to go to every single.
And
thing.
even the creators, the ones that are not.
Folks, let me tell you about U.S. Law Shield. If you're serious about your Second Amendment rights, then you need to get serious about protecting yourself legally. Use promo code HANK for 2 free months on an annual membership, plus a locked-in rate of just $10.95 per month. Remember, the fight for freedom doesn't end at the range. Arm yourself with U.S. Law Shield, and remember to use promo code HANK.
I hate it so much every time.
Yeah. Sometimes you guys have to hear the back shot going on. Yeah, listen, it's tough to do that show. There are a lot of different choices. YouTube has come down on a lot of gun guys, so even if you're spending the money expecting to go out to a show like that, get a lot of coverage, you don't necessarily get it. The gun world is getting hit just as hard as anyone else in terms of sales and stuff like that.
Yeah, right now it's slow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I've never seen so many when it's crazy busy. you don't get emails every day from the same places with a sale, with a sale, with a sale,
Constant.
with a sale.
I get a daily email from all the distributors,
Yeah.
all like the AIM Surplus, all those places, every single
New
day.
arrivals, do this, do that. Morning specials, afternoon specials.
Yes.
It's Friday.
There's going to be a lot of consolidation in the gun world coming up here. You'll see it a little bit. If the people who are cash rich will probably be okay. The people,
the people that are relatively debt free will be okay.
That's what,
yeah.
The people that have bought a whole bunch of machinery and got a whole thing full of machines trying to make parts and sell them and aren't selling them, or making AR-15s or making whatever the
AR-15s.
They're the ones that are being in trouble.
They're going to
have 500 employees. That's get in trouble. Maybe too many retail outlets. Be in trouble. So maybe
it's tough. These are tough times. There are tough times out there,
and it's not because of any other reason besides it's normal. There's no threats. There's no
fear.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. So people, and the economy is not really that. Trump makes it sound like automatically he took office and everything turned into big rainbows going on. But
most companies that I talk to are still worried about where they're going to get supplies from. We're not making shit in America the way we really should be. Well, a lot of guns are made in America, but we're not really making stuff here.
Oh,
that takes time to change. I mean, the Made in America thing. But it's just normal times. There's no crazy threats. There's no. So it's like, I don't need to buy. And there's some crazy deals on stuff if you're shopping sometimes. I mean, if you want an AR-15, this is the freaking time to buy an AR-15.
Time to buy, for sure.
Yeah.
Has ammo come down yet, as far as you guys are concerned?
It's starting to, for sure.
Okay.
9mm, you can find 9mm for like $215 1,000. Sometimes you can find it shipped for $215 1,000. So, that comes down to be like $180 something 1,000 plus $30-$40 for shipping, and then it turns out to the other. But yeah.
If you're a dyed-in-the-wool gun guy, this is probably we're getting in. I don't know. I'm not in the zone yet where I'm buying ammo. Like I used to. But yeah, when we hit that zone, you buy your ammo and stack it.
Not like crazy buying. I mean,
yeah, I
buy it when I need. I need to buy some more 50 cal now because I'm kind of on the stuff I use for test firing. I'm getting a little low, but
okay.
I mean, I can't use APIT for test firing. You can't use.
So has a lot of 50 cal been used up since we have all these different wars going on around the world?
Yeah, there's no shortage of 50 cal.
No, okay. Has it? So the prices on 50 cal up or down, middle?
About normal.
Normal. Okay.
And because even when it was nutty, that didn't go crazy because
it's
how many
50
people
cal.
shoot 50 cal?
Yeah. Okay. So the demand of 50 cal out there, let's say, is the demand higher? Let's say in Ukraine, Russia situations, some other skirmishes. Stuff, yeah.
You would think with what our government's saying, we can't. We got to watch our sales because we're going to run out of stuff. Come on, really? You want me to believe that you're going to run out of stuff?
Yeah.
They're not going to run out of anything.
But what's the most sought after ammo? I'm thinking 9mm, 223, 5.56. Yeah,
5.56 is most shot right now.
Yeah, and 22 and 9mm.
Yeah, 22. That I did buy some buckets of bullets and they were expensive.
You bought the wrong stuff.
Oh, what are you seeing out there?
You probably paid
3.5 to 4 cents is what it should be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I bought that bucket of bullets for like, what was it, $60? Do you guys remember? It was a lot of money. It was more, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. Since you said that, I've seen it cheaper. Not the bucket, but different box ammo.
And the bucket of bullets is not even really the best. That's not really, it's not bad. It's kind of like mid-tier bucket of bullets. It's not the best. But some of the best 22, so for example, like, I have some, not all 22 is exactly the same. Some are a little, obviously you got 22 short, but, not all 22 is exactly the same. You got some high-end 22, got some really dirty stuff,
Right.
You got I like the Aguila Subsonico stuff, but I can't find that as much.
Oh, like the 40 grain bullet, the
Yeah.
The real heavy little bullet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that stuff is super. That stuff is super quiet when you're running through a can. So,
Yeah.
and
That's
it's
good
still got
squirrel. That's good squirrel
it's got
killing
some good
bullets.
squirrel knockdown power.
So yeah.
You know,
when you got a double or triple tap, these guys were these.
Go through ammo.
Yeah, these guys were teasing me. I told you guys this is funny. So when we were leaving here to come out to Walter's place to meet you guys, I opened the door and I saw like 3 squirrels out there. There were 2 like right almost like they were close to me, maybe like 10, 15 yards away, and there was one that was down by the gate, like a good 75, 100 yards down, something. I'll say like maybe 80 yards. And I go, Lola, give me my gun. Lola gets me the gun. And then I didn't think she was watching. And so the other 2 that are real close had scrambled already. So the guy down by the fence, I just took aim and I triple tapped. And I saw him like try to run and drop. And I was like, oh shit. Then I hear Lola go, oh shit, I think you got him. She's looking in the window. And indeed we did get him. So he got caught out there. That's why I
by something.
Yeah, that's why I triple tap. He was still out there when we got back, but by the next morning, gone.
Something came through the night and ate him for sure.
Yeah. We got lots of coyotes around here, man.
Oh yeah.
Hot Dog 990 says you brought a gun up. You brought up GunCom. What actually happened there?
I don't know since I was not there. But what I heard,
the owners of the place that own the property didn't like the stance that some of the folks had on trannies.
Political stance.
Yeah,
right.
Political stance on the transsexual folks, and they had them escorted out.
Yeah. So I saw Johnny B made a video about this. I'm trying to think who. John Crump made a video, but I looked at Johnny B's video. I'm trying to think. And then also Paul from Legally Armed America. I looked at his video as well. So it just seemed like there was that attorney general or something that was the real big public figure that they didn't want there. And then I guess when they decided they were going to kick him out, then Johnny B and Paul and who else? Someone else got caught up in that whole thing, and they got ejected from the venue, which is bullshit as far as I'm concerned. Like, if someone's running a show, you don't have the right to go in and start looking at the political, the free speech from the people attending the show and then kicking them out. Well, you shouldn't. I don't know. Maybe you do. You shouldn't have that right. The show was in Ohio, from what I gathered.
Columbus? Was it Columbus?
Yeah. So, I was going to actually go to it because I was close enough in Indiana, but I could not leave where I was at, and some stuff happened to the van, and plus there was like extra work for me to do down there, so I didn't make it.
Yeah, it was a shit show.
Yeah.
So, but there's probably to take some legal action against the person because I guess once you lease something from somebody like that, you get into you agree to rent the property to the person,
Yeah.
You kind of
so they leased this property to obviously a gun show. It's called GunCon. So they probably were looking to make some kind of political statement. I don't think that's cool. It's too bad for John Patton putting on the show. He probably has to find another place to do it. It's gotten pretty big in the last few years, that show.
They also pulled this crap about the fire marshal only let in X amount of people when they were supposed to let in like 2,500 people. They let in like 500 into this hall where they're going to have this people talking at. So that was another shit show thing.
Do you think we could talk to DeSantis and get this show to happen at Alligator Alcatraz? That would be nice. They got air conditioning down there. I was looking at Fox
how hard
News.
it is to get in and out of there. I haven't looked at the local map.
Fox News had a thing. They've got AC.
Oh yeah, they got AC for sure.
Yeah, they got AC down there, and they could hold up a whole bunch of people.
Why do I want to go down there and do the show?
I'm just messing around.
I would be like, out, Rouse, Snell, get out.
Yeah. I think it sucks that these guys decided to pull political stuff like that.
That was definitely that was probably pre-planned. So.
Yeah. Hot Dog 990 says, I heard individuals were asked to leave or they would be arrested for trespassing. Yeah. That's the story.
Crazy.
That's how I heard these guys tell the story. Yeah, it's crazy. You're going to an event. You're invited to an event. These people agreed to put on the event there, and then they started checking the people in the audience. It's kind of crazy. And by the way, I think most of us, like, here's my thing. If you're old enough, you could do whatever you want to your body if you pay for it. If I don't pay for it, it's all good. You do what you want. The people of America, taxpayers, etc., other people shouldn't have to pay for that. And then doing that to children, I think, is abuse. Personally, even if it's your own kids, don't do that. They're not old enough to make those decisions.
Child abuse.
Yeah, you shouldn't make those decisions for them. I think it's body mutilation to do that to your children who don't really know what they are.
They're not even.
That age.
Their body hasn't even finished growing.
No.
How do they know what the fuck they are? They don't know what the hell they are.
Yeah. So I think so gun guys would be easy picking at an event like that, don't you think?
Little boys and girls don't even know what the fuck they are until they don't know what the hell they are.
No.
No difference.
No.
But anyway,
we corrupt them. We're the bad ones in the world, and I don't mean that like they should have a normal, natural growth and development into who they are. And if they're grown up and they want to spend their own money and do stuff, they can do whatever they want to do to themselves.
You want to cut your sponsor off once you get a legal age, then have at it. But I ain't paying for it, you dumb bastard. So nope, the government shouldn't be paying for any of that shit, or the military, or anybody like that. And don't make it.
Or you can't be an alligator Alcatraz getting it for free. That's crazy.
Well, that ain't gonna happen. I can guarantee.
It did happen in the past. Under Biden, it happened, right?
Well, we're not under Biden. There's a different sheriff in town now.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah.
I do agree with Trump on what he's doing with all that stuff, 100%. But yeah, it's just. My problem is trying to make it like it's normal. And it's not normal. Normal people don't cut their perfectly functioning parts off.
Yeah. Nope. But why? But my thing is, who are these people that decided to make an example out of this show and do all this stuff?
Well, they're the people. The person who owns that venue is a known lefty.
Well, it looks from what I saw that they deal with a lot of art shows and what have you there.
Well, of course. Who does art?
Yeah. Oh, come on. I'm an artist.
Sure. Okay.
Right. Yeah, but we're not those kind of those kind of artists.
Go hang out with those people and see what's happening to you. See how much they like.
We are not those kind of artists.
Well, I'm an artist too, in a sense. But
all of us here are creative, artistic people. Yeah. Yeah, we're creators.
I'm not that kind of artist. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't think everyone is. I think they just decided to make this political stand, knowing clearly what this show was going on, and it's.
I hope they get sued thoroughly.
I would love to see that as well.
So who runs Ohio? Is Ohio red, blue, or purple?
That's a good question.
It's probably on the bluer side.
Is it?
Oh, I don't know. Really, I'm not sure. I guess it depends on. I know that Miami-Dade went to the dark side, our side, I guess, in the last election, which was an upset for those poor people that squeal like a pig whenever something happens. But yeah, no, I don't.
I'm trying to see if I could figure out.
I don't care what you do to I don't care what you do to your body either, but I don't want to pay.
Can't do it to kids.
No, not kids. That's once you become an adult, you can do whatever you want, but not kids. And I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, I guess I should ask Grok.
Grok.
Yeah. Is Ohio red, blue, or purple?
Where did this purple thing come out at? We never had this purple thing. What is this?
It means, is it a mix? Is it a mix?
It's either one way or another. You're not purple. That's...
So it says Ohio is currently considered a red state. It has a history of being a swing state and often described as purple. So,
That's like saying
So
all these people that I'm not a Republican or I'm not a Democrat. I just, and it's like you either know. I don't know what I hate. I can't make a decision. I can't. You know what you are.
well, you can tell as a human being, you could tell when a party is like you are not in sync or in tone. Is that I don't know if that's the right way to put it with a party. So if you're supporting a party that's doing all kinds of crazy shit, like for example, they go, "Let's just open the border and let everyone in."
Yeah,
You
let
know
all the
what?
criminals in. Yeah,
Yeah, you know what? People commit crimes. They carjack people at gunpoint. They don't need no
they
bail.
don't
Just
care.
let them out.
They don't care.
That's how
if
you
you're
know you
purple,
don't you
blue,
don't.
or,
Yeah.
the victim is a victim, and
Yeah, you're not down with parties that are doing that type of shit, and you kind of know that. Kind of feel that. You're a human being. You know. If you're ignoring your feelings on stuff, you know. If you're supporting a party that says, the parents shouldn't know that we're about to indoctrinate their kids, then you know that's wrong. You should know that. But a lot of human beings ignore
that
those feelings.
I hate that Trump. I
Yeah.
hate him.
Yeah, I just don't like him. I just don't like Trump.
I hate Bush. I said
Yeah.
that with Bush too. I just hate that people. It's like, okay, well, is that you're going to use that as an excuse to
Let
support
children get
abortion?
mutilated.
Yeah, support abortion or some shit like
What's
that.
funny about Bush is like they all hated Bush. Now those people kind of love him, and he's down with that. Bush,
Well, because he's plotted against Trump.
yeah. Well, because the Bushes didn't become a political dynasty, so. But they can't blame Trump for that. They're just not a political dynasty.
Yeah, well,
You know what I mean? So it just didn't happen.
They did a pretty good job at it. There's 2 Bush presidents and a governor, and
Yeah, but the governor, the former Jeb Bush, won't be president anytime soon.
no, he's too no.
Yeah.
We were bushed out by the time that
Yeah.
people were tired of them. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like saying that Trump's son's going to run for president.
I'm trumped out right now. I don't need any more Trumps.
Ain't got a
good.
snowball and chance of running anything.
Before the lawfare stuff, I think all 3 of us were like, okay, Trump had his time. He was president one time. He's got a library. It's all good. But then they did lawfare, and everyone was like, oh, fuck it, revenge vote incoming.
Yeah.
But
Try to
now,
kill him. Don't forget they try to kill him.
Yeah. So now I'm trumped out at this point.
Trump's gonna be remembered for one thing: cleaning up the country with all the illegals. That's
For
what he's
ICE?
remembered for.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna be remembered for.
Who was the president when they sent Elian Gonzalez back to when they?
That's Clinton.
That was Clinton.
That was Clinton.
At
Did you-
gunpoint.
Yeah, remember that?
Point.
Yeah, that was
Point, yeah.
that was crazy. So just imagine ICE now; those mofo's are rolling hard on people, man. They roll
got
up
nobody
hard.
telling them. They got no catch and release. None of that.
Yeah, they're
That's gotta. How would you like to be at that job? You try to do your job, but you can't.
It's not an easy job. Yeah,
They won't let you. But now, hey guys, charge!
it's still a little dangerous. There's still people out there
yeah.
trying to ambush them and do a bunch of shit. Yeah.
But they can shoot now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to take on the ICE, the border and customs guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the Marines out there with them.
Yeah, I mean, we have people self-deporting. That's interesting.
Well, that's because if they do that, they can come back legally.
Yeah.
Once you get deported, you can't come back legally.
Mm-hmm.
You're done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a choice to
I
make.
saw this thing. I don't know. I don't think we're taking a break here, but I saw this thing of this like influencer chick. I think a TikTok chick who's here legally from Mexico. She gets caught and gets deported, and she snuck right back in. Did you see?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she snuck right back in, and she's putting it on TikTok. I'm sure ICE has caught up to her. And they caught up to that boxer that just was fighting what's his face. Did you see that?
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I do think I know what you're talking about.
What's his name? His father was like a famous boxer. Hold on.
I remember seeing that, but I don't know offhand.
He just fought the YouTube guy. Chavez. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Yeah.
So he did a fight here with what's his face? I can't remember the name of Jake Paul. He did a fight with Jake Paul, but he was here illegally, so ICE locked him up and they're gonna deport him.
Good.
Jesus Christ.
Good. As they say, good for you.
Yeah, I should have been here illegally.
Yeah, why didn't Jake Paul just go to Mexico and do that?
There's no.
This guy's gonna get his money anyway. Well, I don't know. Jake Paul might go. You know what? You got deported, dude. Sorry, can't cut you that check. You know, but yeah, interesting. I think he has ties to cartel.
No.
Yeah, he has cartel ties. So, yeah. The world is the world. I guess I could say.
The world is the world.
Yeah, it keeps spinning. There's a lot of crazy shit going on.
And build the wall, baby. Build the wall.
I told you, just put zombie actors on the borders. You are not seeing
zombie actors with ass missiles. That's what you need.
With what? With ass missiles?
With ass missiles. Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah. Yeah. No one wants to go to Alligator Alcatraz. People are self-deporting. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's excellent.
Yeah, there's good and bad. The way I look at this, there is good and bad. I don't regret that I voted for Trump. I don't regret that he's president. I think there's some childish bullshit going on, for sure. And I think there's some straight up BS, like them saying that there is no client list and all that. That's nonsense.
Yeah, that's
I don't agree with that.
There's no way. There's too many people involved.
Yeah. And I don't like them saying that they're gonna deport. They're gonna take away Musk's status and deport him and all that. It's bullshit.
They can't do that. I mean, I can't say they can't do that, but they won't do that.
If we live in a world where we see if Trump sends people to lock up Musk and put him in Alligator Alcatraz, holy shit. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna do it. But
I'm not for that kind of monkey business.
Yeah, no. Florida should not allow it either. It shouldn't go down. We should when we see something that's wrong, we gotta say it's wrong. Having the idea that there is no due process and all that kind of stuff, that's wrong. So
for illegals, I don't
No, I think if you broke the law in the first place, but I think I think that ICE is giving people due process. They're not just
due
like
process is you go in front of a judge. The judge says no, get the fuck out of our country, and then we deport you.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's
due process.
Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah, they're not just locking up people or they're not just kicking them out like that. They take them. A lot of them they take when
you go in front of a judge, and then it's due process is done, and you go home.
Yes, exactly.
Bye, Miguel. Go back.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, listen, we've come to the end of the show here. We're gonna we will definitely see you guys next week. I'm going to give these guys big shout out, by the way, to Hot Dog 990. I appreciate him taking care of everyone out there in the chat. That's awesome. Yes. If you guys are still here, smash those thumbs ups. We need and appreciate that. I'm going to give these guys an opportunity to tell you how you can support them. Of course, I will start with Babyface P, who is the exclusive gunsmith of the Hank Strange situation.
That's right. That's right.
I get people asking. I'm gonna interrupt. I get people asking us all the time about Gunsmith, and we've pointed. And some would say, "I don't care if he's in Gainesville. I don't care."
Yeah, why not? It's not a big deal. People send you stuff, right, Patrick?
Yeah. I actually got a call from somebody that knows you today, asking about ordering some stuff. So.
Oh, cool.
That was an interesting one. Chrome Vanium Arms. Send whatever you want my way. Happy.
I don't know what he's doing. We cut him off too many times.
Yes, happy to take on any of the projects you got going.
He is multitasking right now.
You guys are,
Yeah, we totally threw him off. Yeah, absolutely. I think Patrick's a good gunsmith. I trust him with all my stuff. I have been for a long time, so he might as well make some money out of it.
I've been fixing the Hank Strange bullshit for many years. Well before I was a gunsmith.
I was telling him how I broke that 320, and he was so mad. Okay, all right. Let's not get him going.
He hit it with a hammer. He hit a gun with a hammer.
I didn't hit it with a hammer. I put that thing in there and cranked the slide all the way back. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, Patrick can fix it. Okay, Walter, how can the people support you?
They can find Safety Our Firearms on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, a little bit of Rumble, a little bit of Player. They can call us on the phone. The phone number's on the website. Then there's STEM Parts. STEM Parts is on the Instagram and
we're not hard to
Instagram.
find.
Yeah, and that once again, STEMParts.com on the internet. You can call or you can email. That's 2 ways.
Yeah.
And then there's the Dirt Foot Racing stuff with the mini bikes. I haven't done a lot lately with that, but if you like mini bike stuff, check it out. And I think that's it.
Yeah, the best place to find all of us is on X. I'm not a big fan of Instagram. I go on there briefly or whatever. I post things on Instagram, but it's a pain.
I will say the best place to find me is on Instagram.
Instagram?
Or
okay,
just give me a call. I think there's a number associated with my business. I pick that phone up all the time, so just call me.
Mm-hmm.
I post every once in a while on X. At times I'll, say, for example, Joe's doing something, I'll share it on X, or if we're doing something, I'll share it on X, but I don't post all the time on X. So.
What's your favorite social media, Walt? Facebook? Instagram?
Not so much Facebook, but probably, actually, Instagram or YouTube's not really. Yeah, but you can ask questions off YouTube too. So I seem to get notifications off of YouTube more than I get off anywhere else. So
yeah. And I'm still posting stuff. We've got a really good Sam Andrews custom leather video up on YouTube right now. You guys can go check out. For everyone who asked me when I'm doing another Sam Andrews video, I did it. But YouTube, it's over there. Yeah, go watch it.
Go see it now.
Yes, exactly. All right, we are out of here. We'll see you guys on the next one. Let me hit all the appropriate buttons that need to be hit. Big thanks. Casper Paint B says, I have some work for you, Patrick. I just need the money to give you.
That would be great. Send me an email, get in contact, and we'll get it lined up.
Yeah, he says he emailed you about the Remington 1100.
Yeah. I remember what you're talking about. Whenever you're ready, send it my way. I'm happy to take it on. I love 1100s.
Boom, there you go.
Anybody out there got a Bical mag tube extension?
What?
I know, the oddball.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. All right, hit up Walter on wherever he's at if you want to find out more about that. We are out of here. We'll see you guys. I'm hitting the button now.
All right,
peace. Okay, hitting the button. Hold on.